It's Chris Smith time. Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, Chris Smith, and I am back from my whirlwind trip to New York City. Is this ring light usually this bright? Oh, maybe it's my headache. Yes, so I'm back from New York, and the Tony Awards are just 11 days away as of when this hopefully airs. So that's going to be on June 8th. 2025. And my dream is to do a review of all 8 shows that I saw leading up to the Tony Awards. And I'll show you whatever merchandise I got, including this Betty Boop shirt from Boop the Musical. Isn't that the cutest? Yes, but so I'll tell you really fast what I saw while I was there. I started with Gypsy, starring Audra McDonald as Madame Rose, which was at the Majestic Theater, former home of the Phantom of the Opera. And then I saw Dead Outlaw, which is at the Longacre Theater. Love that. I loved all the shows I saw, actually. Let me say that. This was a very special trip because I hand-selected all the shows. I could have seen 8 more. Like, if I could have stayed another week, I would have seen 8 more, including Real Women Have Curves. I would have liked to have seen Sunset Boulevard with Nicole Scherzinger. I would have liked to have seen Just in Time with Jonathan Groff as Bobby Darin. So many things leap to mind. But yes, so I saw those 2 on Wednesday of my trip. That was my first day. So matinee of Gypsy, evening show of Dead Outlaw. Very different, very interesting, true story. Both of those are. The Great Gatsby was the Thursday matinee at the Broadway Theater, former home of Miss Saigon. So that was, this show is the only show from last season that I saw. Everything else is new for this season, I do believe. And it won the Tony Award last year for Best Costume. So I must say, The Great Gatsby was a very big surprise to me because I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know too much about the music or anything. I don't know how, but I just sort of blew it off because I thought, you got 1 nomination last year, but so good. Okay, so I also saw Smash, which is at the Imperial Theater, former home of Les Mis. The little white slips fell out. Don't worry, it was just telling us that at this performance the role of Dresser will be played by Libby Lloyd. Isn't that nice? See, I like that they still do that on Broadway instead of a barcode, and then they tell you someone else has joined the cast. I just think little white slips all over the floor with shoe prints on them add such a class to the proceedings. Don't you agree? Okay, that was on Thursday night. Then on Friday night, I saw Maybe Happy Ending at the Belasco Theater, starring Darren Criss and Helen J. Shin. Oh, my heart, my heart. And that was the only one that I stage doored afterwards. And look, 2 of the cast members signed, not Helen J. Shin or Darren Criss. They were still inside when they took the barriers away. They could still be in there. But I did get to talk to Marcus Choi and Des Duran. Oh, and Quaboon also did not come out, the plant. But yes, loved it. Then on Saturday, my very last full day there, I saw Boop the musical at the Broadhurst Theater. Then I rushed over for the 5 o'clock show of Oh Mary, starring and written by Cole Escola, and that was at the Lyceum Theater, a former home of Title of Show. Yes. And then my final show of the night was Death Becomes Her at the Lunt-Fontaine Theater, former home of Titanic, the musical. So, it will probably kill me to do all those reviews in the next 11 days. And it may kill you watching them. No, not really, not literally, but it is a lot to review and a lot to watch. But let's make a goal of it. And if I don't make it, that's fine. We'll just keep going after the Tonys. But this will be our big push before we get to Tony Awards. Okay. Oh, and while I was there, Abigail, my friend Abigail went with me, and she saw some of those shows as well, which we'll discuss which one she saw with me. But she also saw Purpose, which is playing at the Hayes Theater, and she saw John Proctor is the Villain, which is playing at the Booth Theater. The Booth Theater was not named after John Wilkes Booth, which ties back to Oh Mary, because Abraham Lincoln, was once assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. Isn't that something, how everything is tied together in this world? But anyway, those are the shows that I'm going to be talking about in the days ahead, and we're going to be talking about other exciting theater news, in fact, including the fact that Montego Glover is going to go into Gypsy while Audra McDonald is out. I think it's for like a week at the end of June through July something. I'll have the dates for you. Montego Glover, who you know from Memphis. And I'm going to show you all the new window cards that I got. And yes, so we'll talk about that and the Tony Awards in the next week and a half. Okay. Until then, where's my sign? We'll meet when it's Christmas time.